Okay. Let's see. I think this should post on our socials, which it does very nicely. Yes, it does do this. This actually, I like this software better. It definitely does it does the tweets properly, and it does the Discord announcements properly. So,
yeah, no, it's nice, and I like the aggregated comment feed.
Yes,
pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, we'll give a couple minutes for people to hop in and say hi. We got lots to show. Very interesting updates.
Nice. I gotta say, I do like that. I love the new skin. I was just gonna say the same thing. I love the new snappy new Dynamo logo in the corner and the kind of wave effect on the background.
Yep.
Now, where have I seen something like that? Oh, I know, the new Dynamo website.
Created by the community. Boom.
It looks good.
Yeah. Yep.
I agree. Day took the words right out of my mouth, man.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it's Tuesday. I guess it's going to be slow.
Oh yeah, everybody just waiting up for the Friday. Oh,
yeah.
We should do like almost like a pre-game Super Bowl kind of thing on Friday.
Oh,
we'll weave something into the Friday live stream.
Yeah. Pun already told me he's at the bar, so.
All right. Well, I'm dropping 2 then if Pun's out.
Tuesday at 8, so you know. So,
let's kick it off, man. Welcome to Crypto Chat Live. I'm Keith Carpentier, and that guy is Sean Neal.
Yep.
And we are coming to you live from, I guess, New York and Delaware. So I hope everybody is good out there in the Dynamo community. And I guess kick it off with a little peek of the crypto markets, which I think, Sean, have held up remarkably well. I know we've spoken about this, quite a lot as of late. But prior to jumping on, you take a couple of quick data points and, you got ETH with a 3 handle now. So we've clawed our way back quite a bit. And you look at other points like fear and greed, really has moderated a lot. And it isn't so much only the moderation, but in my opinion, it's also the rate of moderation has been extraordinarily quick. Which again, one could argue is quite bullish, and says one bull to another bull.
so true. Just looking at CoinGecko, it's basically all green today, right? So really, really positive. Bitcoin 44.2, Ethereum 31.3, Binance 413. Really, really a positive. Everybody said, oh, it's the next crypto winter, right? Like all that kind of stuff. Nobody remembers all of a sudden it's not the next crypto winter anymore. Oh, now it's all just back to normal. Maybe this is the dead cat bounce, right? We do see, right, that people, when you look at that very classic curve that looks at the bottom and they say, oh, okay, now this quote unquote, what we're experiencing right now is the return to the normal. But really, the return to the normal is more like the simple moving average 200. Interestingly, I think we're close to the SMA 200 right now. So I don't know. I really still think we're kind of okay. There's a lot of negative news, a lot of pundits and bureaucrats talking about how crypto is not good for the economy, systemic risk, all these other kind of things, and kind of just shrugged it off.
Oh my God! So I thought of you today. I heard this. I was listening to Bloomberg, and I heard this report on a headline that some couple got charged with, a hack and crypto, this, that. And then at the very, 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 very end, I was like, yeah, and the hack happened in like 2018.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, can you find older news? And furthermore, my takeaway is law enforcement is asleep at the switch. If it took y'all 5-6 years, all right, 4 years, bad math, people, forgive.
Yeah.
Don't call it out, Dailies. Don't do it. And I was like, that's not a hacking story. That's not a crypto's vulnerable story. That's just like, I don't know, bad policing.
It was
the best I had.
It was classic sort of gumshoe, whatever, and I think it's so funny. I was going to actually like prepare a slide. I was looking for a Nancy Pelosi quote that says, Bitcoin helps criminals, commit crimes because it's untraceable or something else. Right. And so I was going to say, like, government, Bitcoin is untraceable. Also government, we got the criminals. I'm like, here is the exact example of, like, people using regular old detective work to find criminal activity. They did it, right? So you can't say that it's untraceable, because here it is. They found them. I mean, we allegedly found them, right? We don't, right? There it is. So I don't know. It's really. I think it's a win, right? Because it's going to be really, really hard for the politicians to now say, oh yeah, Bitcoin is only used by criminals and we can't trace any of it. Okay, but what about this? Like, there you go. It's just good old fashioned detective work, just like cash. You can't trace cash. You're right, but you still find the criminals. So Bitcoin is no different. And so I kind of like that story. I think it was a positive story for crypto, I thought.
Oh yeah, but of course they tried to couch it in the whole, crypto is shady and dangerous and risky, and like, you're really reaching on this one, guys.
Yeah.
But I tell you too, I had also read something else. Obviously I run a business and I deal with chargebacks, from customers who may illegitimately claim something is not right, and they charge me back, weeks and months later. And, as the vendor, I have little to no recourse because Visa or American Express is just going to side with the consumer. Ditto to you, Amazon. I also can really see a very powerful and pervasive use case within the business world, especially as smart contracts really do become a bit more available to the masses. I would love nothing more than to send a product out and not have to worry about somebody fraudulently returning it or wanting credit on it, even though it's fine. I think there's a huge opportunity ahead for that.
Decentralized eBay. I've thought about this for close to 20 years. I used to be on, what was that before Napster? There was a file sharing service, a peer-to-peer file sharing.
Yeah.
Remember? And I envisioned that file sharing service being like classified ads. Hey, I've got a guitar I want to sell. You can post it on the thing, and and people will bid on it or offer for it or whatever else. You send some funds, they're held in escrow. When they get it, they can say, yes, I got it, or no, it was damaged, or whatever else. And then, if it doesn't work out, there's always going to be some third party arbitration service that you both agree to say, hey, you said it was red, but it was green, or, you said it had 6 strings, it only had 5, whatever, right? Like, there's going to be something there, but not just like unilaterally saying, oh, I didn't like it, so I'm charging it back. Like that is such a scam, right? That whole chargeback thing is such a scam. You lose every time. eBay is for sellers. eBay is such a scam because they just let buyers commit fraud, and your only recourse is to sue them. It's horrible. Yep. Right?
And ditto for Amazon, man. Let's not leave the 800-pound gorilla out off the hook.
Yep. So I envision this kind of peer-to-peer marketplace, much like I don't know, Facebook ads or something like that, but where it's crypto, it's held in a smart contract, and if neither party agrees, it goes off to arbitration. easy, right? Like everybody knows the terms up front. Very, very easy. It'll just take take away all that sort of noise about all this kind of fraud stuff. Yeah. I look forward to it. Yep.
Nope, exciting stuff. Exciting stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
What you got? No, I was going to say, I think Dallas was thinking, or Rutro, which I love, by the way, was
Limewire.
Limewire. Yeah.
Yes, Limewire. That was it. I'm sorry, I didn't read the comment. Yes. Based on Java, which of course was like, it used like every single last megabyte of RAM that was available on the system. What a horrible platform. But yes, it was Limewire. That's exactly right. And so I envisioned, building like a copy of Limewire where you would have these different categories, and you would say, musical equipment or books or furniture or whatever, right? And you could list things for sale, and it would be completely peer-to-peer, right? There's no intermediary. Nobody's making money on the interchange, right? It's all just person to person. The beautiful thing about crypto is that as purveyors of a coin, let's just say, right? Let's call us that, right? We're sort of helping Dynamo be a cool thing. We don't need to be in between, right? We don't need to say, if Fred wants to buy 10 coins from Joe, we're going to take 1% of that. We don't care, because the value is in people moving coins, right? So we don't need to be it. So we are free to make completely peer-to-peer marketplaces, which enables true bartering or whatever it is. So I think that's the difference with us and a lot of other ecosystems that are trying to make money off of something in between. So yeah, Usenet. Oh God. Yeah.
Back in the day. So speaking of peer-to-peer and web commerce 3.0, shall we talk about the metaverse and plans and visions for Dynamo within the metaverse?
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
Dynaverse?
Yep. So we've had a lot of different discussions with people who are interested in selling stuff in the metaverse. Obviously, we want to sell stuff in the metaverse. I think it would be awesome to put our swag out there.
It's happening.
Yep. And we've talked about creating portals to play to earn games. So obviously, that's something that's really interesting. And then, of course, we're talking about things like sponsorships from other companies that may just want to sell physical goods, in their own store. This is already happening. In Decentraland and other places. So this is not a foreign concept. I am prepared to do a little bit of a demo.
You okay?
Yes, I'm okay. Sorry, I just saw a very strange comment. I would like to, I'll do a little bit of a share here.
Show and tell time, people.
Show and tell. So I'm going to share my screen.
The hats are coming, Dallas. The hats are coming.
Hats are coming. So.
And the pint glass, Carmine. I'm taking reservations, actually. I'm taking orders.
So this is just a concept demo level. Can you see it okay?
Yes.
Yep. Awesome. So the idea here is that there's a mall, right? I'm gonna tack this on to our existing metaverse city. So I'm just gonna kind of put it off to the side where people will be able to walk over there. And the thought is that there will be multiple areas that you can go into. So this arcade zone, the idea is that we would be able to have different play-to-earn games lined up here. And, and you can kind of walk up and press X or whatever else, and then get that in-game experience. It would probably pop up a larger screen than what you see there, because it would be pretty hard to play Pac-Man on this tiny little screen. But the idea is that it's a 3D sort of intuitive way to get into a game. then we might have there's some clothing stores here, so we could have our swag
Dynamo swag
put up here, right? Put our little scarves and hats and T-shirts. And the idea again is that we would be able to actually have the physical good, like we see that little brown striped shirt there. Instead we'd have the actual thing there, and you'd be able to click on it, rotate it around, view it, and then pay for it in Dynamo right here. Remember that we have a wallet that's connected to that, and so we just be kind of like be able to browse around the shop and find those things. And then
so Sean, once you do that, like let's say I picked up my Dynamo hat and I wanted to pay for it, there's just there'll be a little icon that says check out or pay or what have you. You'd click that, pop comes the wallet. I do the transfer, and then there has to be, I guess, some secondary mechanic to get shipping details or where to.
You have to put it right. So you put in your password. You confirm. You confirm the transaction. It'll mine the coin, which takes about 45 seconds or so. Once the transaction is confirmed, then it'll ask for whatever. If it's a physical good, it'll ask for whatever shipping details that there are. Yep.
Cool.
Yep. And if it's a digital good, then you just get it right there because it's attached. It'll, the permissions will be attached to your wallet. So then there's this, this kind of outside place where we might have things like, some other tech for sale. If we want to have a, graphics card, market. And then we have the bar, which, we'll have Pun.
Where there's Pun, I see him.
Perennially sitting in there. So, yeah. And then I thought about too, like you could have like these barbershops where you might like be able to change your appearance, so you can pay a small fee to change, your skin or customize or whatever else, those kind of things. But yeah, so the idea is that there's going to be this sort of retail shopping area. There's also some outdoor like little shops. So I thought, if somebody else, if some third party wants to set up their own spot and they want to sell. Let's say they want to sell NFTs, right? We could have a space where they can place NFTs on a little rack somewhere out here, and rent a store, whatever else. And again, a lot of Metaverse projects are doing this kind of thing. So I think there's a lot of opportunity here for this kind of virtual world commerce stuff. So
yeah, that's phenomenal. Yep, Pun just found out that we saw him in the bar. He just jumped on. He dropped us a note. I was like, what?
Yeah.
That wasn't me. It wasn't me. Yeah, but that's exciting stuff. That is really exciting stuff. So big picturing this, because I know we've talked about this previously. The goal is to get the Dynamo swag up there in the Dynamo Shop. And the general thought was a month or two. I know you were close. I know that template looked really good, and you can build it out store by store, right, Sean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think that's really important.
Yep.
And then I had support from the one and only and amazing CDM. Got a lot of great feedback from the community today. So we're going to go to work doing some designing and hopefully creating a short list of the items that we're going to have manufactured and put in the shop. So, yeah, you'll have to actually, as that moves forward, Sean, you'll have to tell me graphically, what you'll need, high-res imagery of the products, 3D graphic. I don't know. You'll have to fill me in, but we'll make it happen.
Yeah, I think there's some tools out there now, particularly with the iPhone 13, that allow you to sort of like use virtual 3D optical scanning. So you kind of like move your phone around the product, and then it creates a 3D, like an FBX file or whatever, a 3D object with the textures and everything else. So I'm going to experiment with some of that, and also with NFTs. I'm definitely going to put in that store, like in the next couple of days, I will have like a store where you could see NFTs for sale. But because that's easy, right? That's just an image. So you just put like a little card on it or something like that. we'll probably put some crypto cards, just straight up artwork, crypto cards as well.
Yeah, those look sweet. Those look amazing. Those look really good.
Yeah, so we'll do those kind of things, just because that's simple. But yeah, I'll start to experiment with some of those kinds of 3D image kind of things where you can scan something in 3D and put it out there. So, yep, cool. The next couple of days I'll have some of that stuff available.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, Pun man, bring it on, man. You got the CNC and you got your loom ready. We need product in the shop. So
yeah,
bring it on, man. Bring it on.
Yeah,
signed and numbered, baby.
We have we have on-chain voting coming. I think we'll be able to announce that completely on Friday. It's still a little bit of discussion, a lot of discussion in the community actually about the issue is some people have thousands of wallets, so it's or wallet addresses, and so we may have to figure out how to accommodate those guys, but. Yeah, we're socializing the whole voting idea. So
yeah, but I mean, candidly, I've been a part of a lot of those conversations about voting, Sean, and I think the discourse is very constructive. You're not hearing a lot of far-flung, ancillary, troublesome dialogue around it. I think some of the comments made have been thought-provoking, and have been candidly implemented or incorporated within this round of revisions. So I'm rather pleased at a micro and macro level for how the on-chain voting has progressed.
Yeah
and I think there's not a lot of hurdles left.
No. I think it's very positive. The reception has been good, and that was part of our initial design, was that people will be able to contribute. So this is the way of the future. And then we did have scale NFTs. Okay. We did have a good sort of follow-on meeting regarding the comedy show production.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to show like a little teaser video proof of concept of it, I think, more than anything else. But the idea is that there'll be a game show. There'll be like 12 or 15 questions, and there'll be a host, and you will be able to enter the game show with an NFT, kind of like an NFT ticket or something like that. So you gotta buy the NFT to play. There'll be a prize. The prize will probably be in crypto. So we'll give away, a fairly substantial amount. We want it to be meaningful, so maybe it's 500 or 1,000 Dynamo or something like that. Something that's meaningful. We'll have advertisers that are going to come in and pay for the eyeballs that we get, and so it'll be like each round you'll have a question that pops up on a website or on your mobile phone or whatever else, and you have to click the answer within 2 or 3 seconds, and then if you get it right, you progress to the next round. And whoever's at the last, the 12th round or the 15th round, all those people share in the prize money. So, yeah, the idea is to, again, get coins moving, get NFTs minted, and create interest, and of course all those eyeballs are going to be on Dynamo, so that's good for us, and we may even make a few dollars in the process. So.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, the prize has to be attractive and incentivizing.
Yeah.
Dela said he's not getting out of bed for less than 500 Dynamo, so we gotta make it really juicy.
We could make that too, right? We could say it's a couple $1,000 or something like that. I don't know. We have to figure out what makes sense, from a financial standpoint, and what's sustainable. But we could do it. We could do it as fiat too. So.
And the plan is to interview up and coming comedians to be the host, I think, is where we left off. So we'll be interviewing a wide bench of talent. Yep.
And so we have a couple of people who are behind this that will we believe will lend their names to it and their substantial social media followings. They probably won't host this necessarily, but they will become attached to the project. That's our hope, and I think we're well on our way here. So in the next couple of weeks, I think we'll be able to talk a little bit more about it. But yeah.
And Vincent's got a good point. I mean, one thing that we do talk about, is sponsorship. I think it would be great to partner with a company that just wants to get exposure to the crypto space. Obviously, when we launch, we're not going to have demonstrable numbers, right? It's a startup. But if we find that company or that entity that wants to get exposure, I think that could be powerful. We should really explore that. We should have maybe Mike or me or you. Somebody should look at that deeper. Who would that be?
Yeah. Well, and we have to figure it's going to be a potentially international audience too. A lot of these people, are probably going to come in from Thailand or Indonesia or whatever, right? So it has to be sort of meaningful to them as well, and that exposure to that audience. I would guess that we would get other play to earn games, right? Like Axie Infinity would be a great client for us, right? Because they want to attract other people, so they should come onto our platform and advertise their product to the people who are playing this game, because these are people who are play to earn targets, right? So I would guess that things like that mean, like Nike is probably not going to work for us, right? But not initially anyway. If we get 1 million people watching, but right, like I would guess that like that kind of circular NFT marketing thing may be good for us.
Yeah, that could be good. You know what else could be good? Pun marketing his custom woodworking to the Dynamo community and sponsor. I'm just putting it out there, Pun. Like if you want to talk sponsorship, just DM me, okay? We'll talk sponsorship.
Yep. Make a little video. Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely a lot on the go, and it's really exciting. So I think there are 3. I don't even call them middle burner projects. I call them front burner projects, right? Between getting the Metaverse store up and running, between the Total Mayhem project, and then this potential comedy live stream show. Pretty amazing. And that's not even counting, right, your text MMO, which I know is still moving forward, and the Isle of Trials project. So
I have been working on Total Mayhem quite a number of hours the last several days. I have a basically playable demo where you can select the character, attack another character. It has this little effect. It actually tracks the hit points. It'll play a death animation. So we're trying to get to the point where we can have enough to do the demo reel. There's a couple little things that Russell and I were just going back and forth on today about positioning the characters, because we have like 3 different backgrounds, and one of the backgrounds was a little cramped, so he had adjusted some of that. But yeah, we're definitely very actively in development on Total Mayhem, and I expect to be able to do a playable demo very, very soon. It's really close.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Super cool. Well, what else do we have to talk about, people? Anything out there on your mind?
3D printing as a service, yeah?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
CNC is obviously the buzzword of the night. So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's exciting.
Cool. Yeah.
So we have Friday for the next live stream.
Yes.
Looking forward to that.
Yep.
Have some more good announcements to share with the community then.
Yeah, and in between, I'll do another technical update. We'll talk about on-chain voting. We'll talk about progress on smart contracts, and I'll probably share some wireframes of the NFT marketplace and the voting website, how that'll work. So that's a little bit more of a deep dive on some of that more hardcore technical stuff. We didn't pick a night for that. I guess I gotta coordinate with the co-host on that. But yes, I will. But in between, we're going to try to still do three a week. So maybe Thursday would be a good thing.
For what? For your technical?
For the technical update.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think you summed it up. CDM, awesome days are ahead.
Yes,
I like that. I like
Yep.
that.
All right.
All right, brother man. I say we close this party out. Thank you to everybody out there. Remember to like and subscribe. And live the Dynamo life.
Thanks.
Bye, everybody. Good night.
Yeah.